Welcome, my viewers. I am Tushar Sangamnerkar from Crossover team. Along with me, I have Priyanka Mohite. And today we have a very special guest on our very newly show, which we have starting online on our Crossover page and Facebook. This show is called as Quarantine Venture, wherein we have the first legendary rider Abhijit Day along with his son Rhythm Day with us. Father and son duo is well known for their achievements in the riding and the riding world. So straight over, I'll go to Abhijit sir straight over. Abhijit sir, how are you doing? Welcome on the show, sir.
Fine. Good evening, viewers.
Welcome, Rhythm. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Absolutely fine.
Absolutely fine.
So, sir, this Corona thing is there going on everywhere now. Everybody is quarantined. Everybody's house locked. How are you feeling, sir? Don't you feel like you're locked in a cage?
You said it, Tushar. It feels so much like a cage. I've never been inside the house for so long in my entire life. It has never ever happened that I've stayed in one place for so long. A man like me who actually thrives on moving around on the road, it's very, very difficult. Believe me, it's very, very difficult. But then for the larger good, थोड़ा सा जहर पीना पड़ता है.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sir, how you and Rhythm are spending this free time at home now?
I'll tell you, the best thing for a rider when he's not riding is to prepare for his next ride. And somebody like me who likes to travel far and long, there are certain things we need to do, even when we are not riding, to prepare ourselves for the times when we are going to ride. Things like your neck exercises.
Okay.
You'll be wearing the helmet for 8 to 12 hours a day when you're riding. Okay. These days, if I don't do my neck exercises, the neck portion, the cervical part will go weaker. Must train for that. You need to keep your iron butt going. So there are certain exercises for your muscular exercises for your butts which you must keep doing so that when you hit the road, you can take on the saddle for 8 to 12 hours a day, no issues.
Fantastic. Rhythm, what about you?
Apart from this, we also keep maintaining the bike. Keep your hand greasy so that the bike feels good about it. कि मालिक आके छूता तो है.
That was a very specific question which I'll come while we are talking about how are you taking care of your bike and all these things. But let me just go to Rhythm. Rhythm, how are you spending your time now?
So now that I have so much of time at hand and like the lockdowns really got me going. So I'm actually planning for 2021, not right now because I won't be riding anytime this year. So this year I will be planning for all the rides that I'll be doing in March 21. So उसके बारे में I've already started planning. Like I need to prepare myself for the ride as well. There are other things that are involved during the ride, like planning the routes and planning the places and getting other people involved together, especially the social media aspect of it. So I've started vlogging.
I've seen you recently have become very active on social media. I've got your some feeds.
Social media presence is now a thing that if you're not there on social media, you're not exposing yourself to the social media network, you are not there. So you're totally cut off from that part. So it is a very initial part of my ride.
Yeah, this statement makes me feel very old school, man. Seriously. It's a pretty old school feeling what I get when people talk about getting on social media and doing stuff. I feel that I'm, getting towards being a little outdated. Anyways, but I'll upgrade myself. Priyanka, you want to add something?
Yeah, I just want to ask, how's ma'am's quarantine going on with you guys? How's your failure at home? How's she feeling?
That's a $1 million question, sir.
She's a very important part of the quarantine process. I tell you what, when me and Rhythm are down on the bike, working on the bike, the supply of tea and pakoras, names up. When Rhythm is working on his blog, when I'm writing my book on rides, names up, keeps us comfortable and going. Very important part of our lives.
Sir, how does she react to all your this riding and outgoing nature? How does it actually works well? I really want to understand because ये दिक्कत तो होती है सर. जैसे ही सैडल बैग तैयार होता है, गाड़ी पे लगता है, सबके मुंह छोटे हो जाते हैं कि अरे ये तो चल दिया भाई अपना क्या. How do you handle this at home?
Priyanka and Tushar, let me share a secret with you. all three in the family, me, Ridham, and my wife, Shushmita, all three of us are infected with the same disease.
Oh,
We all like to ride.
that's blessing, sir.
And whenever opportunity provides us time, Shushmita also joins me in the rides. And we keep it happy that way.
Sir, as the show goes on, we have few questions. I think Priyanka will start the questions because she's got the first question, which she was insisting that she want to ask you that question. So Priyanka, over to you. You can just start the question first.
So this question is for you first. What is riding for you, and when did you start riding?
Some like you, I too am a Puneite. So most Puneites, we are natural riders.
Yeah.
Given the kind of public transport system that we have here, we all tend to be natural riders. So I've been riding since my college days, and I think before the actual bike came in, we had a Lambretta, we had a M80, and then came a Rajdoot. Rajdoot was the first big bike which I started riding. Moved on to ESD, and then city bikes of Kawasaki and TVS Suzuki. Then we started with the process of moving on to the Royal Enfield Bullet.
Okay.
And that is what changed things for me.
Okay.
Because the kind of freedom that a big machine and a reliable machine like Enfield gives you, it opens up the world for you. Rides which I used to do on the other bikes were limited to around, say, a radius of only 500 kilometers or so. Now, well, the canvas is much wider, say 1,500, 3,000 other smaller rides which I do. And they extend on to 14,000, 15,000 kilometers.
Okay. So
true.
you know this. Okay. So you know this whole process. You know it's been so many years you're riding. So what made you keep riding? Because it's, to be very frank, it's a physical pain. You are on a bike for 8-10 hours. So what made you keep riding, sir?
Riding, it started with the accident. I had a bad fall, and the bigger rides rather. I had a bad fall and I could not walk for over a month. I'd lost movement in my leg. But the doctor, on the day when I was getting discharged out of the hospital after spending a month in the hospital, he told me, try and forget about this injury which you had. Try and do things which you used to do like a normal person did earlier. Just forget that you had a back injury and do things which are normal, which you think is normal. And I think riding was one thing which I wanted to carry on with. I tried to do long rides thereafter,
Yeah.
with a heavier bike like an Enfield, and that completely solved my problems of the injury which I had, my back injury.
Yeah.
Riding for me is a sense of freedom, something which I cannot get in a claustrophobic atmosphere, which a car might give me. So you see,
Sir, just to add on to what you said right now, riding in a SUV or in a car is more comfortable and luxurious way now. Looking at the pollution, the heat, and whatnot. So, thoda sa aapko don't you feel that you're missing out on that comfort which is there and easy as well? Then why bikes?
right? Well, I'll tell you what, like both have their advantages and disadvantages, but then the advantages which a bike gives you over a SUV, I tell you. Firstly, it is a feel, the feel of breeze on your face. You can't get it anywhere else.
True.
Second, is a bike will go anywhere. Those narrow lanes across shallow river beds, something which SUV can't take you across. I have had that kind of experience, like those narrow lanes of Jaipur or even Leh Bazaar. You can't drive through with SUV there. A bike will take you there, definitely. There's a definite sense of naturalism which is connected with biking, which four wheels don't really give you. Apart from that, a bike needs greater level of alertness, a greater sense of balance where your neuromuscular coordination comes into play. While you're riding, you're balancing. When
Yeah.
you're driving, you're just sitting and driving. Okay? There's a
True.
certain amount, a very definite difference. And at the end of the day, the humming of the engine, which is right next to you, sitting bang on the engine, that feel is something which SUV can't give you. So I'll sacrifice the comforts of SUV for a mobile any day.
Great. Sir, one thing comes to my mind. As far as I know you personally, I know a lot of rides what you have done. Fortunately, I have had few experiences where I have done riding with you on a very small rides though, but still I was lucky enough to do that. Sir, I want to know what made you to have these long rides across India, and how do you plan those rides? 1 month, 20 days, 25 days, what not days? How do you plan it? And as far as I know, the mantra of yours is don't plan. But I really wonder that may not work. So how do you actually plan it?
The planning part starts and ends with planning the duration of the ride. That is, I need to accumulate leave, छुट्टी जमा करना पड़ता है. बस उतना तक ही planning सीमित होती है. After you have made sure that you're going to kick off on that day, you kick off. I ride open-ended. Open-ended इसलिए ride करता हूँ कि it does not put pressure on you कि आज मुझे definitely वहां तक पहुंचना पड़ेगा. अगर नहीं पहुंचा मेरा वहां तक तो कोई बात नहीं, जहां कहीं सोने की जगह मिल जाता है सो जाओ यार. अगर आप if you have committed to somebody कि आज मैं गुवाहाटी पहुंचूंगा ही पहुंचूंगा और आप नहीं पहुंच पाए, so what has happened? You have put pressure on yourself. You have put pressure on somebody who's waiting for you at Guwahati. So do away with that. And coming to the second part of your question, like why do I plan such long rides and why do I explore India the way I do? During one of my travels, I met a German lady. This was in Bikaner.
Okay.
This lady, she came up with a very cynical statement, like, she says, you Indians are crazy. I said, what makes you say that, lady? She says, see, in India, you have everything. You have the beautiful Himalayas, you have the backwaters of Kerala, you have the rainforests of the northeast, you have the deserts of Rajasthan.
True.
Why then do you have to step out of India to see other places? No? Why did she tell me this? This lady, she used to come to India and she used to explore a particular region of India, study it well, every year. Gujarat and Rajasthan might be the northeast. And I says, yeah, fine, like, okay, might be people want to travel more than India. He says, nahi. He says, when I meet Indians during my travels, and ask these Indians, have you seen Manipur? They say, no, I've been to Singapore. You ask them, have you seen Nagaland? So, no, I've been to Thailand.
Sir, honestly, that's the truth, sir.
So I said, no, this has got to change. We in India, we have such rich heritage that other people should be envious of us. This ride, which I recently did, where I went to the 38 UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
Yeah.
Now, the world has got around 1,121 heritage sites, of which 38 of them are in India, and the highest number, which is 51, is with China. So we are 5th in the ranking. So when we have such rich heritage with us, so we should be high on the tourism graph also. But it is not so. Because what happens is most of us travel abroad to see what lies in China or what lies in Italy or what lies in France. But what lies in India, we remain largely ignorant of that. So when I undertook this ride, I tried to meet people whom I would, tourist places, wherever I meet people, I tell them, you must see this place. You must go around and see this place. just a few more kilometers ahead of you lies this place. So ऐसा करके I try to increase the awareness level among our own gentry. And of course, you and me are part of riding communities, and a lot of people follow us. So every time I post something, it certainly increases awareness level among ourselves only. You know?
Agreed, sir.
So
Agreed, sir.
it will help generate this thing. और इसी बीच में क्या हो गया कि 2 रिकॉर्ड बन गए, है ना? एक 7 geographical extremities of India.
Yes.
Now, if you ask somebody which is the highest motorable pass in India, people will say Khardungla.
Yes,
But
that
it is
comes
not
to
so.
the mind.
That comes to the mind, but it's not so. Khardungla से 1000 feet ऊंचा भी motorable passes है, which is Umlingla. When you ask somebody which is the lowest point in India, most people may not know. But then in India, we have a place called Kutanad where you have the paddy fields at 7.2 feet below sea level. So it's a very strange sight where your boat is at a higher level and the paddy field is at a lower level. So this unique places that we have in India, fantastic. And biking is the best way to reach all these places.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I'm completely on with you on this. Go to Rhythm. Rhythm, what is your planning? What do you all learn from all this? You know, you have a legendary rider at home. You have somebody to look at him. And you are at very young age where you started riding. Since I know a lot of things about you. So how do you take all this? What do you learn from all this planning? How did you got into this riding? और कि बचपन से ही था कि नहीं dad is riding तो I want to ride. So ये कैसे हुआ?
So पहले when we were not in Pune, so when we were somewhere in Bhatinda and in the north, dad, mom and I we always used to be on the bike. So if we have to go somewhere, I was always there sitting on the tank holding the handlebar. So I used to control the maneuverability of the bike. So just तो वो जो बाइकिंग का जो चस्का रहता है कि yes you feel the wind and you want to जो cockpit view बोलते हैं हम लोग जो सामने से एकदम देखता है, so that feel of the bike comes from there. And that thing then later on like I didn't know that earlier dad had a Rajdoot or बाकी bikes थे. So later on in 2013 when we first got a bike, the Thunderbird 350. So that is when where dad used to work, to वहाँ पर they formed a group, riding group. So that particular group also had amputees in it. And then later on in 2014.
Sir, was I part of that small group, sir, or he's talking about some other group, sir?
He is talking about the Phoenix Bravehearts, where you have amputees, people who have lost limbs during wartime, and yet they have the spirit to rise from the ashes.
Got it, sir. Sorry,
we're talking about Kalan Palek.
I got it, sir. Satish, sir, we are talking about. I understood, sir.
Yeah.
So my first ride on a bike as a pillion was in 2014. So we did the ride called Vidarbha. So in that particular ride, like I was the youngest over there, and uspe we like I really got inspired. Like my dad is there as an inspiration for me, but along with that, when you see these when I saw Colonel Malik riding with an amputated leg, it was really a first thought for me, because I've never seen any amputee riding. Like I've seen them running, I've seen them doing other sports, but not riding. So during that time, we also had an amputee who did not have one arm of his. So he was riding with that. He was on a Discover. But then that thing, it gets in your mind ki yaar, if they can do it, you can do it too. So
that's how we started
riding. And then every year we started planning a ride. So slow and steady, I got into the rhythm of, so I planned some rides myself and I joined local groups for riding. and thanks to my mom, she's always been supportive of me. So you know, that actually made it possible. And then I started getting into Instagram. So dhire dhire I got in touch with riders of my age, and you know, once you are there with that particular set of people, it you automatically start going in that particular way.
Sir, Vijay sir, so for me, you know, you are one of the person who really inspires me. If you are talking about the riding and everything, so which riding personality truly inspires you?
You heard of this lady called Nurali, who's riding a Himalayan all around the world? She's
So
from
Ichi Boots.
Netherlands. She's better known as Ichi Boots. She's a Dutch lady, presently on a world ride.
Yeah.
I think she's gone back home because of this lockdown conditions. But then I like the way she rides. She's one person who really inspires me because just like me, she rides open-ended. And being a lady, she has hardly ever shown any fears about getting across stripe-strewn places in Africa or the Middle East. She's just been through that, and she really inspires me. Good. Closer home, of course, like Rida mentioned, Colonel Satish Malik and Colonel Didi Goel, they are inspiration.
Great. I have opportunity. I got opportunity sometime back to ride with Colonel Satish Malik.
I myself am privileged to ride with Priyanka and with you, Tushar. You people are wonderful people to ride
Sir,
with.
all pleasure is ours, sir. We are waiting for that
cheer,
day, sir.
The amount of cheer that you get into the rides is something very infectious.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, since you are always on rides across India, we know there are a lot of rides which are very memorable to us, very dear to us, and you know which we generally keep it memorizing. There are so many reasons that ये ride बहुत अच्छा था, वो ride बहुत अच्छा था. So ऐसा कोई आपका memory which you would like to share with us? Few of any rides?
There's one ride which I think the challenges that I faced in this ride, I'll never be able to face those kind of challenges again ever. आज बोलोगे तो आज मुझे हिम्मत नहीं होगी वो राउंड राइड दोबारा करना. This was in the month of April 2015. Me and a rider called Vinky from Kolkata, we went across to Kibitu. We could not manage to reach Kibitu because of the landslides there, and we cut across the entire breadth of Arunachal Pradesh and cut across into Assam in rains and through jetties. We crossed all the rivers in jetties. So the jetties itself in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh is a big challenge because it's all slush and there's nobody to ask directions from. Your internet does not work, so you're stuck in the middle of nowhere most of the times, and the rains are really heavy. Rains are really heavy there. So we used to call this ride the ride East of East.
Okay.
And because it is the easternmost part of India. That remains my most memorable ride. Certainly the most memorable.
Great, sir. I'm still waiting to go to that part of India. I've driven there but never gone on bike. But I'm looking forward to it.
You must.
Priyanka?
Rhythm, actually, I know Rhythm personally is very foodie, and so Rhythm, any specific local food that you liked it, you absolutely loved it, and after lockdown, or you can say you'll again ride till the same destination for the same taste, for the same food?
Okay, so यहाँ पर
We can actually see that big smile on your face, Rhythm.
Like you said, I'm a really big foodie. So there's not one place that I want to be. There are 5 to 6 places that I want to go. So it'll be another all India ride that has to take place if I just go there for the food. So if I actually want to start Leh, in Leh, in the Leh market, there is a place called Wazma Palace. So वहाँ पर the proper you find all the Vazwan dishes over there. So
I tell you,
then the dish is called
Tabak Mas, Rogan Josh, and Gustava are his favorites.
so
See, so you only have the taste buds, but you don't remember the name of the food, the local food, right? For there, you have to go to Abhijit.
So these names are actually like people won't be able to remember such names. So the easier way is Rogan Josh. Rogan Josh is like somewhat like a minced keema in a red curry, and there are also meatballs.
Gustava is meatball.
And it's Gustava. Gustava is meatball, and it is served with two kind of curries. It's one is a red curry and one is a white cream curry रहता है.
So प्रियंका मोटा मोटा ये समझ में आ गया मेरे को, ये खाली खाने का काम करता है. It doesn't even remember the name. For that he has to go to Abhijit sir only. कि ये अच्छा है, इसका नाम बोलो.
So then back in Lucknow you have kebabs here. Kebabs are the specialty for Lucknow. Delhi is famous just for chaat. So street food आपको जहाँ पर भी मिले, actually जो दिल्ली का street food है, you won't get the taste somewhere in any other place. Street food is there everywhere, but जो दिल्ली का जो चाट का taste रहता है, जो पुचकास का taste रहता है, that you won't find anywhere else. And जैसे I did a ride to Hyderabad. Hyderabad is known for its chicken biryanis and halim. So halim, even if you try it in Pune, that meat taste is nowhere else to be found.
And there are many more which is not talked about, and I'm sure कहीं जाता है ना तो पहला चीज ये होता है कि वहाँ खाने में क्या मिलता है.
In a very brief manner, if you can tell us what all you have covered in rides. Once you covered rhythm, I would ask you the same question. अभी तक क्या क्या rides किया है? Just I know difficult to remember, but the major ones, what you have done.
I'll answer that.
Both of you have to answer, so you figure it out who picks up the first.
If you leave out Tripura, Andaman, Nicobar, and Lakshadweep, I've done the entire country.
Wow.
And but then there are two rides which stand out. The rides to the 7 geographical extremes of India. Which includes the northernmost, southernmost, easternmost, westernmost, the geographical center of India, the highest motorable point in India, and the lowest motorable point in India. This ride I did with rhythm.
Wow.
So that was a 14,000 kilometer ride. And then the next ride, which I had already spoken about, is a 38 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. This again spanned of around 40 to 45 days and 14,000 plus kilometers again. So this by far completes the entire length, breadth, the entire cross section of India.
Absolutely.
Gets covered in this.
Absolutely. Rhythm, what about you?
My only all India ride was with Dad. Just maybe covered all the 7 geographical features of India. Apart from that, I've been to Spiti, Leh, and then I did a ride which is specially attached to me. That is the ride to Amritsar.
Wow.
So I rode down from Pune to Amritsar on my birthday month. So 4th of October, that's my birthday. So on 4th of October, I was there at the Golden Temple.
Wow.
So that the reason being behind that is like I was born in Bhatinda. So Bhatinda and Amritsar quite close by. So I wanted to be there, Baba Ji ke paas mein wahan par. So that is a ride, which actually I wanted to do for a very long time, and it was always there in my mind. I want to go to Amritsar. I want to ride down to the Golden Temple and be there, and have the langar, because it's been a very long time that I've not had a langar anywhere. There are gurudwaras in Pune, but Gurudwara maybe I did not get a chance to go and have a langar. So that
everything comes to here only. खाने पे ही आता है सब कुछ, कहीं से भी घूम के it comes to the food only.
So and another thing during that particular ride, so on the last day, Ajmer to Pune is about 1100 kilometers approximately. 1000 to 1100 kilometers. So that stretch I had to cover in one day, because
Wow.
next day I had commitments back in Pune. I had to attend a CSR ride. So I had already, given my name for that, and I was supposed to lead the ride and be part of it. So uh, do anything, I had to come back the very same day. So that was, I had never pushed myself for that long, and it was about a 19-hour ride for me.
Wow.
I'd never pushed myself that long. So that
I remember my longest distance was from Bangalore to Kanyakumari. That we did in one stretch. That was again the longest one. And very nice one. Have
It's
to
a
have
good ride. It's a beautiful ride.
Yeah,
And
it's
especially so when you are getting closer to Kanyakumari.
Oh, don't ask, sir. I become nostalgic.
That's
अभी lockdown में याद मत दिलाओ, sir. Sir, since again we spoke about so many rides, any specific bad experience which you feel that you should share with us, and which will also help the riders who generally go on ride, the aspiring riders, the new riders, or for the entire community which is there, something which is we should be careful of when you're on bike.
See, like bad experiences, they have, like I've been riding for 30 years now, so had many bad experiences, which I would like.
I'm sure.
Taught us something good. I'll break it down into three parts rather, like challenges which are of physical threat to you from antisocial elements when you're riding alone. Problems which you face, your health related problems, which actually the limitations of your physical abilities. Third is a mechanical breakdowns in odd places where you get stuck. First thing I tell regarding this antisocial elements, I have been caught by a few suspected insurgents or Naxalites in Nagaland and in that rural country, जबलपुर, गढ़चिरौली वाला जो इलाका है, वहाँ पे रोका गया, क्वेश्चनिंग किए गए. Those are tense moments because
I know
they are constantly asking you and trying to provoke you into some kind of a situation. And since you're alone, unarmed, you have to be very tactful to get out of this place. These kind of incidents mostly happen in places where the security presence is very low.
Okay.
पुलिस प्रेजेंस कम होता है, ऐसे जगह पे होता है. मेरे से पहले एक साउथ इंडियन लड़का था जिसको कि उन्होंने कैदी बना के रखा था 7 दिन तक, और उसके बाद छोड़ा, जबकि घर से किसी ने कॉल नहीं दिया, कोई रैंसम मनी नहीं मिला, कुछ नहीं मिला, तो उसे छोड़ दिया. So this kind of things happen, and I think but overall India is getting to be safer nowadays, and riding is becoming much safer now. It wasn't
There's a lot of awareness now.
No, it wasn't so some years back. Now coming to the health related issues, what happens is when somebody like you and me from Maharashtra goes on to the heights of 19,000 feet in Umlingla, it's a physical challenge for us to adjust to that kind of altitude. So when we were going to Umlingla, me and Rhythm, after the second water crossing, we were cold, and I had a feeling that frostbite is getting onto my feet. So at that point of time, with nobody around and 25 kilometers still short of Umlingla, I thought of giving it up. उसे नहीं हो पाएगा बेटा, चल चलते हैं वापस, क्योंकि पैर नम होने शुरू हुए थे, है ना, and it was very cold, it was snowing. Rhythm took his time, and then आस्ते से ना मौका वार्ता देख के उसने बोला पापा बस 25 किलोमीटर तो बचे हैं, एक और ट्राई कर लेते हैं, अगर इसके बाद कोई फिर से कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो चले आएंगे. So I realized कि यार we're doing it together, and if he really wants to do it that bad, let's give it one more go. तो हमारे पास एक स्कार्फ था, उस स्कार्फ के 4 टुकड़े किए हमने, क्योंकि जूते गीले हो चुके थे. You could not have used the riding boots again because they're absolutely बर्फ बन चुके थे वो. तो हमने ये जो 4 टुकड़े हैं कपड़ों के अपने पैरों में बांधे, वो इसने 2 महीने, और अपने गियर बॉक्स के ऊपर पैर रख के we went up to Umlinga. So if you see the photographs of Umlinga, you'll find that we are wearing very odd kind of footwear. है ना? तो हाँ, वो जो मैं कैनवस के जूते पहने थे, वो मैंने किसी ग्रेफ का बंदा मुझे मिला था रास्ते से, उससे मैंने भीख मांगे थे मैंने, यार नंगे पैर जा नहीं सकता और जूते दे दे, अभी जाके लौटा दूंगा वापस, तो भीख मांग के लेके गए थे वो जूते मैंने. So that was overcoming health issues, you know, physical ability, when my body and my mind was failing me. But then when you have a young person with you, they have the strength to push you and take you along.
True.
Then mechanical failures. We always must be ready for any kind of situation when you're riding alone and you're riding long, without backups especially. We were traveling from Karan Prayag, say we were going towards Raniket, and it's a very narrow highway through the hills. There is where we suffered, his bike suffered damage of spokes. 4 तीली टूट गए थे. Only 4 spokes had given. So we thought we'll repair it ourselves. But then somebody came and said कि नहीं, हम repair कर देंगे. बस और 50 मीटर आगे मेरा गराज है, आप आइए वहां पे, हम कर देंगे. तो हम और 50 मीटर आगे जाने की कोशिश किए, तो उसमें 11 स्पोक्स टूट गए. और 50 मीटर चलते चलते. पर जब भी हम उस दुकान पे पहुंचे, तो उस बंदे ने हमारा लाचारी का थोड़ा सा नाजायज फायदा उठाने की कोशिश की. वो बोले, जब हम उसकी दुकान में पहुंचे तो बोलता है कि ये तो यहाँ पे होगा नहीं, इसके लिए तो हल्द्वानी जाना पड़ेगा आपको. हल्द्वानी में आपको कम से कम 4 दिन लगेंगे ये पहिया ठीक होने में, और यहाँ पे रॉयल एनफील्ड के तो स्पोक्स मिलते ही नहीं है. और वो हंसने लगा. तो वो जो हंसा ना, तो खराब लगा काफी, है ना. एंड वी वर एक्चुअली हेल्पलेस, क्योंकि सच में यहाँ से 200 किलोमीटर दूर और इस आगे 200 किलोमीटर, देयर वाज नो प्लेस वेयर अ गुड मैकेनिक वाज अवेलेबल.
हाउ डिड यू मैनेज इट?
हम दोनों बाप बेटे बैठे बारिश में ना, उतारे व्हील, और he started taking off the wheel. I went around और जाके एक साइकिल के दुकान से पल्सर के स्पोक्स मिले, जो कि 17 इंच के होते हैं
जी,
और हमारा थंडरबर्ड में लगता है 18 इंच वाले स्पोक्स. पर मैंने उस बंदे से भी 20 रुपया लिया उसने एक स्पोक का. ऐसे मैंने 11 स्पोक्स पल्सर के लेके आया, काफी दूर था, वहां से जाके लेके आया. और फिर हम दोनों ने बैठ के वो पूरा व्हील सेटअप किया हमने, टायर उतार के, ट्यूब निकाल के. हाँ, बस हम दोनों ने, और कोई नो हेल्प. सो दैट इज वन टाइम व्हेन आई फेल्ट वेरी हेल्पलेस. और खराब इसलिए लग रहा था कि देयर आर पीपल हु कुड हैव हेल्प्ड यू. दैट Raj certainly could have helped us, but then he thought of fleecing us that time. You know, so this was a bad experience, which is जो हमारा ह्यूमैनिटी को हर्ट करता है ना. दैट ह्यूमन फीलिंग दैट वी हैव, ना, किसी कोई बंदा प्रॉब्लम में है, उसको मदद किया जाए. दिस आर द फ्यू एक्सपीरियंसेस व्हिच जो कि याद रह जाता है, काफी सालों तक याद रहेगा. So message to the community is such: be prepared to do it yourself. आप लंबे राइड से निकलने से पहले गाड़ी का जो बेसिक काम है खुद से सीख लो, और carry those basic tools with you. If you're riding an Enfield, it just needs 5 set of spanners and the OEM kit. That is all that you require to open the bike and do it yourself. And do carry it yourself. और इतना काबिलियत अपने आप में, अपने आप को इतनी काबिल बनाओ,
train yourself for that.
कर सको. हाँ.
Priyanka, you're saying something.
Yes, sir. Sir, I really want to ask you and Rhythm actually. So, can you just tell us about your connection which you made during your rides and which are very close to you, and you are still in touch with those people? You know, दोस्त मिल जाते हैं अचानक से रोड पे, कोई और दोस्त बन जाता है, like that kind of people.
So दोस्त मिल जाते हैं तो कम हो गया, बट दोस्त बन गए हैं वो बहुत सारे हैं. So in the Northeast, there is a football team called Senapati Football Club, Senapati FC. And in Imphal, there's a place called Senapati. गांव का नाम ही सेनापति है. तो वहाँ पर there was an orphanage, and also we met a member of the football team. He was actually the coach from the team. So I am still in touch with him. And जैसे Bombay में there is a very big riding community. So I had nobody known in Bombay. मेरा जो भी था, everything was in Pune. So once I got in touch with Nilesh sir, I got to know about a much more bigger community in the riding fraternity. So during my rides, if I go to somewhere to the north, so I have people who've helped me in Jaipur. जयपुर में बंदे हैं called the Jaipur Rider. If you search on him anywhere, you'll find Jaipur Rider. Then you have Manish sir, you have Vaishali Bhagat ma'am. So these are a few people, whom I got in touch later on in the last 2 to 3 years. Not very early when I started riding. So once you start riding, only then is when you get to know of people elsewhere, and then it's always there in the brotherhood and in the riding community. Yeah, if you are going to a particular place, you always go off track and you meet that person again. So even during this time, I especially planned my route via Jaipur so that I could meet them and then go to Amritsar.
That's great, man.
And I'll tell you what, during rides or during travels rather, every person whom you meet is a story by himself.
True.
Every person वो कुछ यादें छोड़ जाता है, और ऐसे यादों से जुड़ा from the remotest part of India, that is Kibitu in the northeastern part, वहां से लेकर गुजरात, लेह में I have got a friend called Abbas. आज भी कुछ भी मांग लो उससे, वो लड़का खड़ा हो जाएगा कि यह हाजिर है. तो आप लोग जब भी ले आए थे तब मिले थे हम किसी अब्बास से?
नहीं सर.
नहीं. हाँ, तो he is one such personality जो कि कुछ भी मांग लो under the sky, he will try to get it for you. बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं. And it's a good thing that you asked me this. अच्छा, यादें आ गए बहुत सारे ना.
I know. Sir, what is your plan immediately after the lockdown? कहाँ जाने का plan कर रहे हो आप? I'm sure you will have something in your mind which is prepared. You and Rhythm कहीं ना कहीं तो जाने का plan होगा ही होगा. और दूसरा एक और चीज मुझे पूछ लेनी है. Rhythm का कोई international plan है after the lockdown? कुछ you're planning?
Yes. So there is also a very good news, a big news that just came up. So कल रात को around 2 बजे I got an email from the Guinness World Records. Which said that your application has been accepted and now you can attempt the record.
Whoa.
So the record is I'll be riding approximately of 45,000 kilometers around the world. That is circumnavigating the world. And there is already a record that's been set. So I will be attempting to break that particular record. So it's been set at the age of 23 years. And I'll be, so now I'm 21. By the time I attempt this record, I'll be just short of 22. So I want to attempt this record next year, March 21 or April 21. I should be able to flag off this record.
So what are preparations that you're doing for this?
So the preparations at that actually go into this, since it's a world ride. It being a world ride, majorly you need to get, the first thing is you need to get a documents clear. So you need to have a bike that which supports such a long ride. Since it's a 45,000 kilometer ride, you need to have a bike which will take you across the country. It should be easily maintainable, and you should know things about that bike. So I'll be riding on my Interceptor 650. Along with that, like I said, you need to get the documents cleared. So डॉक्यूमेंट्स में आपका वीजा आ जाता है, आपका बाइक का कार्नेटी पैसेज आ जाता है, which is one of the most expensive things if you want to ride internationally. There are a few countries जहाँ पर you need to pay the value of the bike, or a little more. That's the value of the bike. It is refundable. There's no issue with that. But then you have to pay first, right? To get into the country, you need to pay the country first so that you can ride through the country. You have there are transit visas that are available for you, and transit visas for yourself. Then you need to buy insurance for the bike. You need to get an international driving license. There are countries where Indian license you can ride on an Indian license, but otherwise it is always better to have an international driving license for yourself. Then you need to learn the regulations of riding in that particular country. So there are many places where you can't ride with the bike on the highway. There are it's even in India there are a few places where you can't ride with the bike
So
on the.
I messed up on this international riding license. I was in Thailand and riding, and I was not knowing. I felt that for first 6 months somebody told me, and I absolutely went on without doing any R&D. So foolish of me and people with me. And I got caught with Indian license and a bike rented from Thailand. So they took us to the jail, to the police station. They made us sat for some time there. We were there for an hour or two. They fortunately they were so cooperative. It may be some 800 baht they fined us and they asked us to go. And then they gave us a permit for 24 hours to ride back where we started from. They gave us a permit. So we were fortunate enough that. So ये homework करके जाना बाबा, बहुत important है.
Yeah. So there is this institution called Western India Automotive Association of India.
Okay.
So they are one of the authorized agencies in India with will give you international driving license and also make sure that you have all the insurances and documentation is clear for you. So they have offices in Bombay, Pune, Delhi, all the metropolitan cities. They do have the offices and you can search for them online. So after that you come. There are a few countries where you need to have guides, like in China. Now even in Burma, I suppose you need to have a guide.
Oh.
You need to hire a guide, and it is always better you ride with a group. So if you're riding with a group, it is but obvious you will cut down on expenses, because for an international ride you need to take care of your expenses. And then if you come down, you need to have the road knowledge of the countries where. So nowadays we all have the GPS in our phones. You have there are a few apps called
that just hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. She spoke about something about GPS, sir. Sir, do you know what is GPS, sir?
यार I am first of all early किस्म का आदमी हूँ मैं. When I during my travels I like to interact with people.
I know this, sir. I caught you here.
I am slightly technical savvy नहीं हूँ इतना, तो मैं किसी से रुकता हूँ, पूछता हूँ कि, और मुझे बहुत सारे भाषाएं आते बोलना, तो मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि I use the local tongue and interact with that person. और इसके फायदे बहुत होते हैं. There are quite a few places where I've got information about the road being closed ahead, or there being a band tomorrow, something which the GPS doesn't tell you.
True.
ठीक है. I mean, so ये जो local information है ना, जो local बंदे होते हैं, उन्हीं के पास से ठीक मिलता है.
So viewers, as I said, technology is good, but some experience shared by some veteran rider is far better. So GPS पे ज़्यादा depend मत रहो, use some brain as well.
अगर आप international ride पे हो,
yes, rhythm.
Indian local languages वो नहीं चलेगा.
ठीक है, but you may not know that, but यार इंडिया में कम्युनिकेट करना डिफिकल्ट नहीं. अगर लैंग्वेज नहीं भी आती तो भी आप कम्युनिकेट तो कर ही सकते हो.
English being an international language, people do understand और sign language से बात करते हैं. I was actually talking about the practicality of a roadmap, something like this.
Understood.
So you carry a map.
I know what context you're talking about, but I just wanted this point to bring out.
Just wanted to.
Sorry, come again.
So you should always carry a roadmap with you. So at least जो major roads हैं, the major roads are always mapped or always mapped on paper. थोड़ा भी अगर internal roads में changes होता है, but major roads are not that frequently changed. So after these points, you come down to the maintenance of your bike. So the bike which I'll be riding on is an Interceptor 650. So these bikes, now they use that kind of oil that आपको 10,000 kilometers तक you don't have to actually change the engine oil.
True.
That's one point. So if you don't have to change the engine oil, what else do you have to do? So you need to know how to clean the air filter. You need to know how to change the tire actually. change the tire, repair a puncture for yourself, you need to know a little about the electronics of the bike. What if a bulb goes off? What if the indicators aren't working? What if your taillight isn't working? So in India, these things are pretty much okay. कि अगर नहीं भी चलता है तो आप थोड़ा आगे जाओ, you can get it done. But what if you're stranded somewhere and you don't know what to do? So these electronics you need to always carry with you. Bulb change करने आना चाहिए, indicators. You should know about the fuses that you have in your bike. जैसे nowadays the bikes have fuses for ABS, for the headlights and for the ECU unit के लिए. So you need to know how to operate all these things. Then you also have the brake oil. You should know how to change the brake oils, because even the brake oils, the bikes with ABS, ABS and the disc, they tend to freeze up. So you need to know how to release the air bubble that gets into the pipe. That all things once you're there on the ride, you should learn. Then you come down to
how about this technical know-how? I'm sure people will get. You can train yourself. How about the finance? How are you going to manage the finance?
Yes, as coming to that. So the financial part of it, I would be looking for sponsorships.
Okay.
Sponsorships I would require for my service and service spare parts that I would require during the ride and accessories that I'll be putting on. So I'll be mostly I was thinking if I could do a pannier setup on my bike or a normal saddle bag setup that we actually tend to do during the rides. When you look at the security aspect of it, having a pannier is much more better than having a saddlebag with you.
True.
So the thing when you complete a ride, the things that you don't actually require, you can just lock it up on the panniers and cover your bike and keep it in the parking area. Even if not a parking area, at least you have a place where there is a CCTV camera or where there are movement of people and there is some kind of security.
True,
then
right.
I'll be requiring sponsorships maybe for my riding gear, my fuel, because the more classic expense and the majority of the money goes into fuel. You need to fuel your bike every day. Even if you're riding for 300 kilometers, 500 kilometers, you need to fuel up your bike every day. So that is
if you need food, your bike needs fuel, right?
Yeah, we need fuel. We need food and a bike needs fuel. So,
but उसको एक ही डिश लगता है, बाइक को एक ही फ्यूल चाहिए. Sir, we have approached the fag end of the interview. It's been fantastic chatting up with you. Before we wind up, I just want to shoot some rapid fire questions to you and Rhythm specifically. So shall I start with you or shall I start with Rhythm first?
Start with me.
Start with
Keep it easy.
Okay, Abhijit sir, Royal Enfield or Java?
Royal Enfield any day.
Fantastic. Off-road or highway?
Off-road.
Okay. Sir, chicken or fish?
Fish.
Fish. Any day is better, sir.
Bengali हूँ यार.
Sir, mountain or beaches?
Mountains.
I was expecting all this, Riding Rhythm, better as son or better as rider?
Better as rider.
Oh, Rhythm.
You got to decide as a son.
Fantastic. Rhythm, I'll come to you now. So, Rhythm, Harley Davidson or BMW? You don't have a Royal Enfield option.
A BMW.
Oh, fantastic, man. Next is solo ride or group ride?
Solo rides.
Why not group?
So
I don't want to hold you on this.
You want to answer?
Let me cut it. Himalayan KTM 390.
Himalayan any day.
Any day Himalayan?
Any day.
What is your
Tushar,
dream route?
I want to cut you here. Rhythm is having a good female riders fan following.
Abhijit sir is listening here. Come on, you can't. Sir, मैं edit कर दूँगा sir. मैं cut कर दूँगा इसको.
They are just followers, na. They're just followers.
Yeah, but they are everywhere.
बंदा बड़ा हो गया sir. Okay, sorry, coming back to the point. Rhythm.
Just tell me when this female following grows more than mine.
Acha, Rhythm, dream route. Only one.
Sir?
Your dream route.
Dream route. That would be NH 52/54.
Okay.
That is from Jaipur to Amritsar. Best
Now,
roads.
one question
Mount Abu.
goes to both of you, and you both have to answer me simultaneously. I'm going to ask only one question. The question is, ride with Priyanka or Tushar?
Priyanka.
Oh, तेरी! ये तो बड़ा
I tell you why. I seen her in Leh, and she's got the iron in her.
There's no doubt about it, sir.
Yeah, like it's not easy for a girl to ride a heavy bike as an Enfield, and with the poise and grace which she has. And I also seen her working around the bike. She's just not a biker. She is more than that.
Absolutely agreed, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
And sir, whenever I tell my Leh story, I always keep telling about Priyanka. Because that is something which was like, she was my strong support in that trip. So not only a female rider, she was like strong support. कभी भी हाँ बोल क्या करना है, किसका गाड़ी का क्या हो गया, चल मैं आती हूँ, टायर बदलना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. She's always ready on the go, like कंधे से कंधा all the time.
And I remember when you were doing your Leh ride, you had come through Srinagar,
yes.
And those were troubled times in Srinagar.
Yeah, we did Zojila at night, sir.
Yeah, you did a very good job there. Hats off.
So that was an amazing experience. My Leh ride is an episode, sir. That's a big episode, which actually we should have a half-an-hour interview of mine only on that. Anyways,
we look forward to that, yeah. You're a good storyteller.
Sir, thank you so much for sharing all your experiences. It was wonderful talking to you. Rhythm, thank you so much, dude. We at Crossword team are with you all in all your challenges. We'll do whatever best to support you in our capacity, and our best wishes are with you. All the best to you, sir, as well. Priyanka, thank you so much as a co-host. I would like to thank my associates like Done Automobiles to be associated with us. Apra Advisors Private Limited and ProDirt Adventures. So you know all these three companies, sir. Done Automobile से आपने बाइक खरीदा है. बीसापुर में आपको कभी भी एडवेंचर हॉलिडे पे जाना है, वीकेंड्स पे जाना है, कैंपेन पे जाना है, तो Sunny ProDirt Adventure Club is always there. Crossover Expedition is my new baby, whereas we are going to have the Adventure Expedition organizing. We're going to organize that like for four-wheelers. So we currently working with Ford and Mahindra under Crossover, and Apra Advisor, obviously my bread and butter earning company which is into finance. So thank you so much on behalf of everybody and the team Crossover. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Priyanka, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best.
Take miles.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.